I understand that we are all coming from different backgrounds, and we are all coming from different ideologies and experiences. So our experiences are totally different. Sorry. Our experiences are totally different from each other's experience. So it is only common sense that we wouldn't always meet on the same ground every time. We are definitely going to have differences, and we are definitely going to have clashes to each other. But we always need to know the objective. What is the purpose for us coming together? What is the purpose for us waking up? If we mix the purpose, if we miss and lose the purpose, if we lose focus of the purpose to which why we are all waking up, then we are never going to get anywhere. Then we are always going to go back to the same places that we've always been. The key to moving forward is togetherness. It's oneness. It's being there for each other. It's to support each other. The problem is that we talk too much. We are all about the talk, and we are not about the action. We need to start taking action now. So long as we are talking, nothing is happening. Until we move from a place of selfishness, where it's all about self, how I feel, how I think, how I do this, how I do that, this is me. When we come together and when we say we are a family, it is no more me. The subject of me, I, doesn't matter. We is the new slang now. We is the new subject now. Until we begin to understand that it's not about you, it's not about I, it's about what we are doing. It's about a purpose, it's about where we are going. Building a family is different, so different from building an individual. So the only way for us to move forward and actually do something is to understand that we are each other's keeper. A keeper is one that elevates. A keeper is one that supports. A keeper is one that is always interceding for, not seeking I. We don't have the letter I in we. Until we come to this place, these other people would always be ahead of us. Because when they are coming, they come like a pack. It's not enough to say that I'm awake. It's not enough to say that I'm the truth. I don't care about lip service. What I care about is what is going on the inside, what you think about. It's not enough to say that I love my brother, I love my sister. It's you showing it that it is real love. It's real love. Enough of this lip service. It's time we put in the work. It's time we genuinely love one another. And until black people, until Africans, until African Americans in the diaspora, Africans on the continent, Africans across the place, until we learn the subject of we would always be behind.
Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They play upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us that we should unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free.
Don't fucking move on. Shoot your fucking ass, bitch. Tase his ass.
Why are you so angry?
I'm angry because he's been going on forever. Forever. Enough is enough.
We're waiting for Beck. I will, sir. No worries. I will. Fuck! He just shot his arm off. We got pulled over on Larpener.
I told him not to reach for it. I told him to get his hand out.
You told him to get his ID, sir, and his driver's license. Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead. Please don't tell me my boyfriend just went like that.
Just keep your hands where they are, please.
Yes, I will, sir. I'll keep my hands where they are. Please don't tell me this, Lord. Please, Jesus, don't tell me that he's gone. Please don't tell me that he's gone. Please, officer, don't tell me that you just did this to him. You shot 4 bullets into him, sir. He was just getting his license and registration, sir.
Mid-20th century is Africa's. This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence. To independence now. Tomorrow, the United States of Africa.
Aquaba is wait. It feels like it's been a minute since I had to say Aquaba, right? Did I say it the last time? I miss you guys. Listen, I really do miss you guys. There's a lot going on, and I'm excited about what is going on. And what I want to, I was actually not going to show up. I'm like, no. I can't leave my people hungry. So regardless of what it is, I still got to show up. So I decided to, you know what, get it together and show up. And boy, I'm going to react to something that really spoke to me. And I trust that it will speak to you as well, because it's action time. It's action time, baby. It's time we do stuff. The talk is over. I'm in this fight to win it. I'm in the fight to win it. It's action time. It's action time. I'm grateful. You know that. I say it all the time. I'm so grateful to the powers that be, to the Creator. I am grateful. We are thankful as a family. To the Mother Earth, to the powers of the earth, the powers of the waters above, waters beneath, the powers of the fire dimension. Esi ajo abene awuku yaw efi amen. We are grateful. Nana of Ejahima, we are grateful. Nana Frama, we are grateful. We say thank you for all that you do and you continue to do and would always do for us.
In this world means nothing unless you're black and powerful. That we cannot be black and proud and niggas too. White folks are planning for 3 generations and we're planning for Saturday night. The goal for us is to win, not to look like we're winning. I would rather carry a plastic bag with $5,000 in it than to carry a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag with $100 in it. You just looking like you winning. You ain't winning. Louis Vuitton is winning. Nike's winning. Armani is winning. Gucci endlessly. That to be black and beautiful in this world means nothing unless you're black and powerful. That we cannot be black and proud and niggas too. White folks are planning for 3 generations and we're planning for Saturday night. The goal for us is to win, not to look like we're winning. I would rather carry a plastic bag with $5,000 in it than to carry a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag with $100 in it. You just looking like you winning. You ain't winning. Louis Vuitton is winning. Nike's winning. Armani is winning.
Listen, this spoke something to me. We look like we're winning, but we're not winning. Because we are going back to give the money back to all these people. All the product line, all the stuff that we use every day are owned by these people. And we like to wear them to project that we are winning. But we are not winning. We are not winning. It's time we start winning. See, to be black and beautiful in the world means nothing unless you are black and powerful. It's time to put some weight behind us. It's time to start owning some stuff. It's time to talk some real business. It's time to create ideas. The powers that be are willing and they are ready to teach. They are ready to speak to those that are willing to listen. It's time we put in some action. Action, camera, action, time, action time. It's time for some action. It's time we put in the work. It's time. It is that time that we start putting in the work. Whew. Talk is cheap. Talk is over. We are no more in the talking season. Listen, these are my reactions, so I'm not going to make sense. I'm just going to say what is in my spirit. I'm not trying to be intellectual right now. I'm not trying to show you what, no. I'm reacting to, but wait a minute. Is he black or white? Is Dr. George black or white? He speaks like a black person. He's thinking like a black person, but he looks white. He's white, right? Yo, are you black or white? On the real though, the Black Wealth Project. The Black Wealth Project. It's time we start making some real money. That is why I was saying earlier that this place, it doesn't take self to succeed. You will not succeed if you are all about self. Unless we come together as one people, unless we start fighting as one people, unless we start looking out for one another, being each other's keeper, we will not win. Everything we are making, we go and give it back to them. Every single thing we are making. They look at us like we are dumb. And I don't blame them, because we let them think we are dumb. We let them feel we are dumb. We project ourselves as dumb. We will never be powerful unless we start moving away from the small mentality, from the little mentality, from the mediocrities. It's time we start empowering ourselves and start making some real power move. Real power move. It's time to show the world that we are the need to be. It's time to show the world that we are the need to be. We gotta rise up. We gotta rise. Why do you think they always want to shut down the videos? They always want to find some fault with the videos that I make. Why do you think so? Because they don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to rise up. They don't want you to start. We like playing too much. It's time we put the play away and start some real work. Put in some real weight. Man, but he's white, right? Anyway, you'll find a reason why I'm doing a reaction to his video, because you know I don't do that. But he is not just a white guy. You'll find out soon. But there's another video that I wanted to react to, and I almost didn't react to it. Almost, because I didn't want to throw any more light on these people. But I said, let me react to it anyway. Just I won't show the full video, just the little first part, and I want to say something there. Just the first part. I believe this is somewhere in the Congo. I believe this is somewhere in the Congo, and this is a Chinese company in Congo, and the Chinese guy is explaining or pouring out his frustration about the fact that the government in Congo isn't efficient at all. The Chinese man is saying the government in Congo is not experienced at all, and it's not efficient. Sorry, it's not efficient at all. Let's watch this.
政府办事的效率太低太低，我们就是跟政府谈，这都谈了在春节左右的时候就开始谈，现在已经半年了，到现在都没有一个明确的答复。刚才说是你们受欧洲国家管理这么长时间，应该是学到了很多先进的管理经验。
哪有多少时间？没有多少时间呢。我们炒那个要那个。
This is the part that started striking to me. You've been colonized by Europeans for forever, and this Congolese says, no. It's not a long time. It's only it's only 50 years old. We were colonized for only 50 years. First and foremost, these Congolese don't have any clue of what his history is. And second and foremost, this is what I'm saying, that we make them think we are so dumb. It wasn't that long ago. It was only 50 years ago. 50.
国境题啊，很吵。现在是50年，这集50年那个。就是
50年以前，你不是都受咱们
50年以前什么都好啊。
是啊，那个先进的影响，那个代代往传下来，越传越文明，越发达了，怎么越来越倒退，越落后了
？And this Chinese guy is saying, at least you've been colonized by these people. Learn something from them. Whoever said we needed to learn anything from anybody to become who we are? We've always been the one teaching everybody. Our history is everywhere in the world. We were the first to do anything that can be taught to do. You see our attitude, our behavior? So we get these people talking to us that we some dumb people. That we have no knowledge. These people have to teach us. Why wouldn't they say that? We don't show any better. We don't project any better. We are running after them left, right, center. They control everything that we do, including our school systems, including what we study in the classrooms. So why wouldn't he say that? I'm not rooting out for the China guy, but why wouldn't he say that? And see the Congolese? Say what? We went backwards, but not forward. That we let go of the things that they taught us. We destroy the things they left over. What did they leave over? What did they leave behind? They took everything away. What did they leave behind? And that is not my point. My point is that these people colonize you for a reason. They did for a reason. But we've been brought so low that even the Chinese can talk to us anyhow they want. This is why I said I wasn't going to react to the video, because I was so appalled by it. But because of Dr. George Fraser's video, I was like, let me still react to this. We are the smartest people on the face of the earth. It's time we start acting like one. It's time we start putting our intelligence. We don't tap into intellectuality. Everything they have in their libraries, they got it from us. Everything they've got it, whether it's history, whether it's name it. Everything they have, they got it from us. But yet, we always give the allowance for them to think we are nothing. We do that. By always going after them, our government are going after them, pleading and begging to give us loans out of the resources they stole from us. Our hearts are begging. Why wouldn't the Chinese take any less of us? Why wouldn't the Chinese think any less of us? See what they're saying? Him projecting and sending the subliminal code or message that colonization is good. It left you some good stuff. Why didn't you take care of them? Colonization left us some good stuff. Slavery was another story. Colonization was also another story. Made you feel worthless in your own land. Blinded your eyes for you not to see the resources that you sit on. So that whilst they take the resources away, you still look up to them and beg them to give you pennies, pieces, coins, change, chicken change of what they stole from us in the first place. Listen, I'm deeply passionate about slavery, but colonization was another monster. It was. That's what gives this guy the audacity to say the things he's saying.
是啊，那个先进的影响，这个代代往传下来，越传越文明越发达了，怎么越来越倒退，越落后了？把原有留下的东西根本都没有更加的爱护保护去利用它，反而都遭到毁灭性的重创，就成了这样子的话。
Anyway, I just want to end here. I want us to really pay attention to what Dr. George Fraser is going to say. I was going to say George. Fraser is going to say. Please pay attention and take notes and learn something. I say it all the time. I teach this all the time. It's always nice to hear somebody else say it. So please pay attention and listen, especially when he was talking about the number of hours we spend behind the TV set. Especially when he's talking about how much money, especially when he's talking about the next 30 years, the things that would happen in our black communities. We would be the majority, but we will be the poorest. If we don't start reasoning and if we don't start strategically planning and start owning our own things, move from being workers to become entrepreneurs, until we change the schemes, we change the cycle, we break the chains, we would always do their bidding and would eventually put ourselves into daylight slavery the second time. Listen to Dr. Joe Fraser.
I eat problems for breakfast. I take no for vitamins. I love it when people tell me, you can't do that, right? They don't, you can't do that. No, Dr. Fraser, come on down to earth. No, not for me, right? And I dare you to tell me I can't, and I dare you to tell me no, because now I'm committed to making a fool out of you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do it elegantly and eloquently, like what Dr. Boyce has done. I'm going to get it done. One of the other cornerstones is our whole notion around financial literacy and financial education. We're a financially illiterate people, Dr. Boyce. I hate to say it, not all Black people, just most Black people who are financially illiterate. $1.5 trillion annual economy. If we were a nation, be the 16th richest nation in the entire world, but our money goes in one direction, away from us, and we're some of America's most conspicuous consumers. We are the consumption class, and they are the merchant class. They make stuff, we buy stuff, right? So if we don't fix that in the 21st century, all the studies and all the trends, is particularly the one by the Institute of Policy Studies, published in April of 2016. Wikipedia that study, brothers and sisters, and see what the conclusion of that study is. The conclusion of that study is this: by 2053, if nothing changes, when majorities become the minority, when the majority becomes the minority, by 2053, if nothing changes, Black median wealth will be zero. So if nothing changes, what they're predicting, because white folks ain't helping us, but they can't count. They love data analytics and data points. They love trends, and they publish reports and studies. And they say, here's how you're trending, brothers and sisters. By 2053, if nothing changes, you ain't gonna have no money, so you will effectively work your way into a second slavery. Try to live in a market-based economy in a democratic, capitalistic society without any median income. See what that does for you. Last summer, Kanye West errantly said Black folks chose slavery. Wrong, we didn't. Now we have a choice. We've got about 30 years to begin turning this around. Now we have a choice. So will our grandchildren or great-great-grandchildren say about us, if we make the wrong choice, we chose slavery this time? We have a choice. So I believe that financial literacy, financial education, entrepreneurial thinking is the primary 21st century goal and objective for Black people, that economics must become the new Black power. Economics must become the new Black power in the 21st century. So let me say the next things and still be loved. And yes, I am Black. I know I may look white, but God has put me in this special package so that I could be a double agent. Okay, so I could be, yes, I could be around them and I can hear what they really think. You don't want to know what they really think. All right. So let me say this and still be loved. To be Black and beautiful means nothing in this world unless you're Black and powerful. Interpret powerful as money. Powerful. You cannot be Black and proud and niggas too. Let me repeat that for you. You cannot be Black and proud and niggas too. You're going to have to make a choice. White folks are planning for 3 generations, and we're planning for Saturday night. We must fix this in the 21st century. We are outside of our own spiritual teachings. Proverbs 13:22 tells us what? A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Front page article in USA Today not long ago, I hope you saw it, about Black baby boomers and their money. And the article simply said that Black baby boomers will be the first generation of Africans in America to raise another generation of Africans in America that will not do better than them. Our ancestors must be rolling over in their grave. In 400 years of our people in this country, we are the only generation to raise another generation that will be worse off. We need our Black asses kicked. Count me out of that. I will not contribute to that egregious statistic, and neither will you. If you're listening to Dr. Watkins, you're not going to contribute to that statistic. We have got to fix this, because the goal, brothers and sisters, is to win, not to look like we're winning. I would rather carry a plastic bag with $5,000 in it than to carry a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag with $100 in it. That's looking like you're winning, but your ass ain't winning. We are addicted to instant gratification versus delayed gratification. And we are addicted to television. A.C. Nielsen did a study 2 years ago, Dr. Watkins, that rated TV consumption by cultural group. I have the study. And what it found is that African Americans watch 40% more television than any cultural group in the history of humankind. On average, we watch 72 hours of television a week. That's 10 hours a day. Any Black person watching 10 hours of television a day needs their ass kicked. Now, here's what's happening when you watch 10 hours of television a day. You are exposed to 900 commercials, and you are turned into a consumption machine. That's why we are the consumption class and they are the merchant class. They make stuff, we buy stuff. We're consuming television. What is the stuff that comes on television? What is it called? It's called programming. That's what it's called. Programming. You're being programmed, right? You're being programmed. And because of the egregious treatment of Black people, the almost the changing of our DNA in terms of how we see ourselves, that not only do white folks see us stereotypically as only being able to sing and dance, play football, baseball, or basketball, or gangbangers. That's the stereotypical image. That's what you see most in terms of Black people on television. Not only do they believe that stuff, but Black people believe it too.
Listen, said I was going to do a short one. We have to start making stuff and not buying stuff. We need to start making stuff. We need to turn the tables. So long as we become the buying stuff people, the people that are always buying, we would never change the narrative. It is always going out of us, but never coming back. It's time we start owning stuff. And it's time we start patronizing our own stuff. Stop wearing their names. It's time to wear yours. Stop wearing their brand names. That's what I meant. Stop wearing their names. It's time to wear your own name. Have a great evening, guys. I love you as always. This is the Melanated Truth. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe today, and make sure you start creating your own name to wear it. It's time you wear your own name.